Hello, friends. Hello, everyone. Welcome to day number two of the Biblical Millennials Conference for 2024. I am Miracle Hyacinth, and I'll be your moderator for today. I'm super excited to be here, and I know you're also excited. So let's run through what we did yesterday. Yesterday we had Mr. Alvin on board, and he taught us on the pillars of content. Really, they were insightful, they were deep, they were unveiling. I had my notepad, I had my pen, I had everything, and yes, I was writing. So today, day number two, my pad is set, my pen is set, my brain is set, my ears, they are set to listen to who we have today. So before I introduce our second speaker, our speaker for day number two, let me run you through something important. The media fair is a board, a stage, a grand stage for anything. Anything sells on the media board, whether Christian content, whether Islamic content, whether worldly content, whatever content you have, it is actually sell on the media platform. What if we bring the gospel? That means we can actually sell the gospel. But this time we are selling the gospel for free, please. Now, even your personal content that edifies, you can actually attach a price to it. You can actually sell on the media platform. Here's to D number two. When we listen, when we learn, when we take in something important. So as I bring up our second speaker for D number two, get set to learn to sell on this media platform. Become a giant for the kingdom. So let me read out the profile of our day number two speaker. All right. For day number two, we have Coach Nancy Okorodudu. She's a business consultant, a creative strategist, a digital marketer, and a business teacher for MSME. She is the lead consultant of Nanstev Consulting Limited and founder of the Facebook community Grow Your Business with Nanstev. It has over 5,000 business owners as members of the online community. She is also the lead instructor of the Social Media Management and Marketing Academy, that is SMMA, an online school created to help individuals, business owners, and corporate bodies to establish an online presence, increase visibility, 10 times their sales, and grow their business by leveraging social media. SMMA is meant to equip young individuals with digital skills they can offer, whether as freelancers or full-time corporate jobs. She has facilitated other business trainings, one of which is a CAC registration for business owners with over 600 paid community members. Listen, she has multiple digital products to her name. We are having Coach Nancy Okorodudu to speak to us this evening for today's session. So get set to be impacted, get set to receive something. Now, as I always say, I learned this from the convener of BMC 2024, Mr. Ajawo Sunday. In our last conversation before I left Kaduna State, he said to me, Hyacinth, the speed of a vehicle at night is not dependent on who is behind the steering. It is actually dependent on the vision of who is behind the steering. So tonight, you're behind the steering, and here is time to receive vision to run on social media, vision to run on the media fair as a whole. Let's welcome Coach Nancy Okorodudu as she takes us further in tonight's session. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. Thank you, presenter. Thank you for having me. Yes, hello everyone. I am so glad to be in your midst at the Biblical Millennial Conference 2024. It's a privilege to be here, and this year's theme excites me. The rise of kingdom giants in media and technology. Thank you to the convener for putting this up. A lot of people, more people needs to know about how you can create wealth and make impact using media and using tech. So thank you and your team for putting all this together. And we are grateful to be part of the facilitators. So as you rightly said, my name is Nancy Okorodudu, everyone. And in this session, I'm going to be dwelling on how you can leverage social media to make impact and to create wealth. Leveraging social media to create wealth and to make impact. That's what we are going to be discussing today. If you are ready for this session, please type in the chat box, I am ready. Type in the chat box, I am ready. I am ready to do exploits. I am ready to make impact. I am ready to create and grow wealth using media. I think you should type that, keep typing that, keep typing that. Yes, the presenter has introduced me. I'm going to introduce myself in the course of our teachings. And from now, I'm going to share my screen. So you're not going to see my face anymore. You're going to see my screen. I want you to follow me on and let's dig into how you can leverage social media for what? For create wealth and to make impact. So are you still typing in the chat box while I share my screen? Are you still typing in the chat box? Please type it. I am ready to make impact. I am ready to grow wealth. Yes, yes. Let me see them. Let me see them flowing. Yes, while I decide to share my screen. All right. All right. So I hope you can now see my screen. If you can see my screen, please type it in the chat box. I can see your screen. Type it in the chat box that I can see your screen. I can see it clearly. If you can see my screen, please type it there. I want to see it. Good. Yes. Good, good, good. So let's move on. Leveraging social media for impact and wealth creation. Leveraging social media for impact and wealth creation. My name is Nancy Okoro Dudu, and you've heard much about who I am, but I just want to recap of what has been said so far. So these are my full names: Nancy Oluwaseun Ufoma Okoro Dudu. I'm a media expert. I am a journalist by profession. I'm also an entrepreneur. I'm a wife and a mother of 3 boys. I'm founder of Facebook community Grow Your Business with NASTEP. It's a community where we teach business owners how they can start and grow profitable businesses. I'm the lead consultant of NASTEP Consulting Limited. You hear much about NASTEP there. I'm also a business development associate. I left my last place of assignment with Salesplat Technologies. I am a former lecturer with the Innovation Institute of Technology, Kaduna, Mass Comm Department. I am a passionate and practical business teacher. I do that on my one-on-one coaching, on my mentoring program, with our business classes we hold in our training center here. And I'm the founder of NASTEP Business School. It's a business school where we teach business, both on my timeline, both we offer specialized business teachings on online, and teach people home and abroad how they can take in some strategies to move their business from one level to the other and experience exponential growth. So let's not bother much about me. Let's just go on to what I have for you today. What do I have for you today? I want to share with you my social media story, what I called my social media story. I term it that way because social media actually changed my life for good. I want to also talk about the 2 money secrets I discovered. The 2 money secrets I discovered on social media. I want to talk about the 5 untapped advantages of social media. The 5 untapped advantages of social media. The greatest mistake most people are making about earning online, and then how you can leverage social media for impact, and how you can grow wealth with social media. So when we are done with these 5 highlights, we are done for the session. Ladies and gentlemen, shall we begin? All right, sit tight, take your popcorn, take your Coke, and let's go further. So in March 2020, it was COVID lockdown. I had a terrible childbirth experience. I went into the labor room to deliver of my last child, who is over 4 years now. In next year, in 2025, he'll be 5 years old. And I went to the delivery room just like every mother wanted to go and deliver her bundle of joy. But then my case was quite complicated, and I had a very terrific childbirth experience, lost a lot of blood, almost lost my life to that effect. But then, thank God for God and for everyone He used around me. I was able to bring forth the child, but I was weak then. So after that, I had to be on bed rest and go be at home for a while, so I had to recover. It was not only that, I gave birth in March and I was about to recover, as shortly in May, my mom, who was to come to take care of me, who was to come and do what they call take care of when a mother comes, in Igbo they call it omugwo, where a mother comes to take care of her child and the grandchild. My mom was not privileged to do that because she befell ill shortly after, and then we got a news in May that she passed on. And then, so that was a double trauma for me. Thirdly, it was COVID lockdown. COVID lockdown in 2020. Barely, when I gave birth, we were locked down after 1 week. So I was at home dealing with childbirth recovery, thought of my mom's death, business lockdown, and so I was bored. I was so bored. We were doing nothing. We were frustrated. I was like, the year 2020 was like the end of the year for me. What was I going to do? If the lockdown didn't happen, I would have been engrossed in my little rental business I was doing all through. But then also, why I was also down with my mom, with my mom's death, was because my mom has suffered for us so much. My mom was a widow who raised 5 children all to herself before she later remarried, and also was the one who could bear the whole responsibility of raising additional 3 children. That is 8 children. My mom was so ambitious for us. She wanted us to be great in life. So she did all she did for us to go to school, to become graduates, to go ahead and read and be what, and be able to what, be something relevant in the field. But then when I was about to round up my final year, I decided to go and marry. And so when I got married, and because of childbirth and because of all other children and motherhood happened, what happened was that I became I was not able to get good job, that I was not able to get a perfect job that my mom wanted. And my mom was like, so I decided to go into rental business, small rental business. I was renting chairs and canopy in a small city where we call Karatudu, in a small village in Kaduna. So I had a small shop, and I just had a few chairs and 2 canopies where I started renting. So when my mom always come to see me in shop, she was thinking I wasn't fulfilled. My mom would say, Nancy, you were too brilliant. Nancy, you are more than this. You are supposed to be on the radio. You are supposed to be somewhere doing things, doing marvelous things, not in this small village, doing selling like a villager. And so when I begin to think about my mom's death, those were the thoughts that were coming. My mom was not happy seeing me not fulfilled. And then look at me here, I'm trapped again. weak and able to not to do anything. And then again, look at the even small business I was managing is locked down. And during the lockdown, COVID, who will rent chairs and canopy. So it was at that point I was looking for a distraction. I was looking for how to distract myself, not to fall into depression. And so I began to pay attention to social media. Some of us, we are busy offline. We were thinking that social media were meant for children and young adults. We were thinking that people just come to cruise and play on social media. But then when I was left with nothing to do, when I was left with boredom, what do? I had to pay attention to social media. And then as I paid attention, thank God I'm a very serious-minded person. So I decided to look for kind of discussion that interests me. Things that interest me used to be business, talks about family, motherhood, about family. And so I noticed that I begin to follow some people, and I noticed how they got celebrated when they share their thoughts on certain issues, on certain ideas, on certain hits. And so, excuse me, I was telling myself, when people like Leke Elder, Chioma Ifeanyi Eze, Emeka Nobis, people like this, when they kept sharing some tips, and to me, these tips are normal. They were normal to me. They were common sense to me. When they share their ideas, I say, yes, this works, this should work, yes. But when I go to the comment section, I see how people herald them, how people say, wow, so what you said, I have never thought about this before. I've never heard about this before. God bless you. So they celebrated them a lot. And I was like, duh, what is this? You mean what these people are saying is wow to you? It was at that point I discovered that your normal, what you think is normal to you, it can be somebody else's wow. Did you hear me? Did you hear what I said? I said your normal can be somebody else's wow. Can you type that for me in the chat box? Your normal can be somebody else's wow. What you think is common to you, what you think is normal to you, some other people have not heard about it. Some other people do not know about it. And that is why we need to share. And that is why we need to share what we have. You may commonize what you know, but somebody out there is looking for such value to add and get meaning out of life. And that was then I said, okay, if these thoughts aligns with mine, if these people are speaking my mind and they are being celebrated, I have an avenue. So I can use this tool to speak out. I can use this tool as a channel that my voice can be heard, like my mom wants me to. Nancy, you need to wake up. I begin to say, okay, what do I need to do? What do I need to do? So, ladies and gentlemen, I took action. I took action. How did I go? What action did I take? In July 2021, after I had recuperated a little bit and my child had become a year older, I woke up one morning. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? 1st July 2021, I woke up one morning and decided to write on social media. I wrote this epistle. You can go to my page, look at my page, Nancy Okorodudu. Just the one with the Nancy Okorodudu. Search for me on Facebook and search for 1st July 2021, and you're going to see the turning point post I had to make because I needed to take action. And I told my public that today I have turned a year older. That was after May. One of the resolutions I made for the new year was to pick up my writing career. And so I had to write it out. You can go and check them out. I'm not going to read them out here. I gave specifics on what I was going to be doing specifically on Facebook from going on from that day. I was able to, please just go on Facebook. You're going to see that I started to be known for something. I started to be known for something. I told them that I was going to be writing about business. I'm going to write about life, about giving value, about what? About life issues and the rest. So I began to make valuable content to educate people in business. I took some courses and training. Honestly, because I decided to go visible, I said that I needed to be equipped. I needed to upskill so that I can make impact. Please, somebody type in the chat box, upskill for impact. Upskill for impact. So you can start from anywhere you are. But one of the things you should pay attention to is that you must be able to upskill. You must be able to grow. You must be able to evolve. So I had to take courses. You can take courses on Coursera or free training sites on YouTube. You can even pay for courses that will improve you in what you want to do, in public speaking, in how to train, in so many, in writing, in copywriting. All this you can learn them in few seconds. So I decided to segment my audience. I decided to segment audience because, well, let me tell you the truth. Let me tell you the truth that the day you begin to write, do not think that everybody becomes your friend. There are some people that will distract you. There are some people that may discourage you. Even your family members will say, Kai, what is this one doing? Your friends may laugh at you. And so because you need to concentrate, you need to focus, you have to segment your audience. At that moment, what I did was to create a community, the Facebook community, Grow Your Business with NASTEP. And when we created that community, what did we do? We said, okay, move to follow me or join the group so that you can be getting insights and ideas and strategies to grow your business. And a lot of people followed us there. Those people who followed us there, we knew that this were our audience. So this is how to segment your audience so that you know who you are dealing with. You don't just come away and speak aimlessly to all people. You must understand your target audience. And so when we created the group, people started joining. And so I began to do more in the group and less on my timeline. Although I still was active, but what I meant was at least I now knew the people who were interested in what I was saying. So audience segmentation is very important. But then, as I was growing my audience, I began to look for what products and services and solutions I can sell to them. Ladies and gentlemen, if you must make impact, you must have to sell. You have to sell to sustain your impact. You have to sell to sustain your impact. You have to sell your ideas, you have to sell your offers to sustain the impact. Impact without selling will lead to frustration. Let me be frank with you. Even NGOs, non-governmental or non-profit organizations, right now, they need to learn how to sell even what they are doing to funders, to grants, to people who can fund the program. Because that's so the skills of selling their ideas is a skill on its own. So if you must make impact, to sustain impact, you have to sell. So let me be practical on how we did this. So when we shifted people to the group, I knew that it was going to be taking my time. It was going to be taking my resources, my data and everything. So the first thing I thought about, I said, okay, what are the prevalent questions? What are the so many questions these people have been asking about? And the first idea we had was, people were saying, I want to start a business. I have this amount. I want to start this business. How can I start? How can I do this? How can I do this? And so, because they gave that plan, so okay, I decided to say, okay, let me do a one-on-one session, coaching session, strategy session for you if you want to start a business. We will rub mine together, or 30 minutes or 1 hour consultation where you will tell me what you have in mind. I will look at your nature and look at everything and decided to fine-tune your ideas to become a business idea. So this is how we started offering 30 minutes, 50 minutes, 1-hour consultation and what? And asking for payment. It was as low as 5,000 naira as I then. Hey, okay, pay 5,000, we sit down and talk together so that we can sustain the vision, we can sustain the impact. Because if I kept on doing that from my pocket, I'll be drained. I'll spend my time and resources, but then I must sell to sustain this. So that was where we started from. And people began to show interest, but that wasn't enough. That one would not be able to sustain wealth. So where did we move to? From this various session I held with clients, I was also paying attention to the other problems they had, the various similar problems they had, so that I could create solutions for them. And the next problem I discovered the pattern was that, okay, we have advised you to start a business. Write a business plan. Come up with a business plan so that you can know, find a roadmap to implement your business. And most of these people do not have idea of how to write business plans or idea of how to make one. So that was where our business plan writing services came in. We were now offering the business plan writing services for people, or we were also training others. If you want us to write for you, we'll write for you and pay us. If you want us to train you, we will train you. And so that was another stream of income coming in. So can you see how we were looking for solutions, providing products from the needs of our clients and our audience? This is how we were doing this. Not only that, discover that the next process for them is that, okay, you have the business idea, you've mapped out the plan. The next thing you need to do is to incorporate the business. That's every business owner needs to register their business with the Corporate Affairs Commission. Oh, I have a husband who is an accountant. I said, Daddy, you need your skills here. We need your expertise here. We want to begin to help business owners to register their businesses for them. And that was where we brought about the solution of business registration. Can you see how we were evolving? Can you see how we were adding solutions? That was what brought about the birth of NASTEF Consulting. We began to offer solution of CAC registration. We offered that to so many people, and people were blessing us, doing it at a fair fee, and the rest, and like that. And then again, I discovered that even the fee we were charging, some people could not still afford this fee. And I told my husband one day that there is a provision for people to be able to register their business themselves. So can we do this? Can I make this into a program or a course and teach business owners how to do this themselves? And that was how we begin to create product, create business name registration course, limited liability registration course, NGO course, upgrade of limited liability courses. And this is how we began to create courses. And people began to show interest. People bought these courses. We had over 1,000 units as are then sold. And when they sold them, the interesting thing about that part was that when they bought these courses, they learned these skills, they were able to carry out their registration themselves. But because I am a business owner, I went further to not only teach them how to register their business for themselves, how to register I had to teach them how they can start using that idea, that knowledge to earn, how they can register other people's businesses and earn from it. Today, most of my students are millionaires from those guides. My students have made millions from registering other people's business, from that skill, from that knowledge. And that is how we begin to evolve, and we begin to add solutions and services. And because I was growing, I was also using all the social media as a digital marketer. I was using all the social media channels to sell my courses, to sell my offers, to sell my services. I began to see business owners rush to me. That's how are you doing it? How do you reach more people? How do you reach more people? I was saying it. How do you reach more people? I was asking I was asking myself, and people were also asking me. And so I was like, reaching more people. I was then advising, and I saw that my friends will get some of this hit, take it, and they work with it, and they will get results. And I said, wow, so this thing makes sense. That was where the idea of starting social media management and marketing academy came into it, and we began to run consultation first for social media, helping business owners, helping clients to what? To optimize their page, to begin to teach them how they can localize their content and begin to go visible online. And do you see that was even what better the social media management and marketing academy? Can you see how we create courses, solution, products from the needs of our clients? Honestly, that is one of the ideas you should know. For the record, let me put it for the record that we started NASTEF Consulting with 0 naira. Can you see? I've shared with you the process. There was no money we started in. It was from the place of impact to the place of solution, and then we begin to sell. So these are the things. Today, NASTEF is what? We've built a multi-million naira company offering so many variety of services with head office in the FCT. That idea, that impact, I started from my small room in Karatudu, from my first small room, sharing online, has baited a big company today. And we are serving people in Ireland, in UK, in America, in Manchester, and the rest are you. They are being getting paid in currencies, in various currencies. This is what we do. We have made what? 20,000, trained over 20,000 business owners online. People meet me today. I go to another state and people say, Mama, I want to see you. You have touched my life. But I go to another state and I get ease. I can call and send and need help in many states because we have imparted people. People are willing to what? To help us, to go out for us. This is impact. And now we have made many people to become millionaires. Today I have multiple digital products and courses that I sell on a daily basis that has brought about our daily bank alert. And then I want to now share with you the next, that what were the 2 money secrets we discovered? What were the 2 money secrets I discovered? The first is that the day I became intentional about giving value online, people became willing to give me their money in exchange of my value. The day I became intentional, I didn't start out saying I want to sell. I started out for impact, for my voice to be heard. But then I discovered people wanted to pay for the level of fat. They were willing to pay for my time and for my effort. And so today, decide what value am I bringing to the table? Like what they ask when, what are you bringing to the table? Ask yourself, what value am I going to bring to the table on social media? Secondly, the value I give online does not necessarily have to be complicated solution. That is what is holding back a lot of us. I only have to identify simple, basic, and elementary solutions and get large returns. Get it to a front of large audience, and then they buy it and I get large returns. What do I mean? I only needed to have simple skills. Business plan is there complicated issues. In consultation is there complicated issues. They were basic value. So do not wait until you are thinking that what big thing, mighty thing I need to know before I share out. Like I told you, my normal, your normal is somebody else's wow. So become what? Valuable enough. Become valuable enough, and the value should not be, it may not be complicated. Today, we even employ AI to do the complicated stuff. People do not pay people for complications right now. AI has solved that aspect. Now they are basic elementary skills. Do you know AI prompting is one skill now? They call them AI engineers. The ones that will just stay and prompt. So people are not even learning, teaching, employing you to do complicated stuff. They want you now to want to prompt for AI to give the solution. Can you see? So the solutions you are bringing to the table may not be complicated or complex. You just need basic skills, basic solutions to your audience. Simple is enough. Simple enough. And then where did the wealth coming from? You need to share this skill to a large number. The money is in the number. When you are selling a product of, let's assume, 3,000 naira, and you are selling it to 5,000 people. It's different from when you are selling a lot of 50,000 naira to 10 people. And you see, the money is in the numbers, and social media has the advantage. This brings me to my next highlight, which says the 5 untapped advantages of social media. The 5 untapped advantages of social media. And the first on my list is that social media has the large audience advantage. The large audience advantage. The advantage is high. There is a large audience advantage. There is a, say with me in the chat box, the large audience advantage. So I was telling somebody some days ago, I said, I just have a little above 7,000 followers on Facebook. And I told them, I said, if I make a post today, let's assume that algorithm or no AI doesn't do its work, that my post, I make a post today, at least let's assume that 15% or 20% of my followers on Facebook reach it. 20% of 7,000 people is 1,500, let's assume, well, or 1,400 people. So that means I have spoken to 1,400 people in a post. Now, look at your church. The last gathering you have, were they up to 1,400? Look at yourself in a seating capacity of 1,400 people. And where will you get that privilege to share your thoughts? Always, if not Facebook, if not Instagram. Facebook has over how many billions of reach. Now, there you have the advantage. Forget about, okay, I have 1,000 followers, I have 2,000 followers. What of those thoughts you can share in different communities and groups on Facebook? We have groups of 100,000 followers. We have groups of 1,000 or 100,000 group members. If you begin to share your thought, decide today and share, and they approve, that aligns with the vision of the group, that means you are reaching, you are going visible, you are reaching what? A number of people. So it has the large audience already. You cannot imagine the large audience and you have access to it for free of charge. It's on your phone. You have access to a large audience. Please ask your neighbor, what are you doing about the large audience? What advantage are you taking of? Reaching more people, like I said that the money is in the numbers. Because if you must sell to a large people. And the more people you sell, the more you grow income. The more you grow income is wealth is in numbers, is in multiples. So we have the large audience advantage. Another untapped advantage is what? Is the cost effectiveness advantage. You have the cost effectiveness advantage. It is very cheap. Social media is very cheap. I remember when we were small, when we were growing young, we hear the messages of preachers on Facebook, on television, on NTA, on radio. And what happens? All these churches go to pay radio house, pay TV houses to what? Air their views. And sometimes the money is mad. The last time I decided we were running a campaign for a client. I wanted to use an FM in Abuja here. They told us for each 10 seconds is 3 million naira. 3 million naira for us to share 10 seconds for live. Today, I can open Facebook and go live, and people are watching me everywhere. People can share that my life to so many groups and platforms. I can go viral at any moment in time. But here, people are paying 3 million naira for it. So can you see the cost effectiveness? It's very cheap. In fact, today, those people who create content and promote it on television, now when you create meaningful content, what happens? YouTube will reward you. Facebook will pay you for monetization. So you've heard that. So you are creating content and you are getting money from it. Can you see how cost effective you are using social media? Ask yourself, I'm going to leverage social media. Tell yourself these things. I am going to leverage social media. Another untapped advantage is the flexibility advantage, that you can stay from anywhere and offer your services and you are flexible. When I was running a rental business, there was a time for 5 years I couldn't travel. I couldn't travel because of what? I was scared that my business will close, I will not make money. But now, because of social media, I was able to flexible enough to come and meet my husband in where he is. Some of us have spouses in different locations, but we are afraid to go and meet them there because of what? Because we feel that our local business we are doing will not thrive. But with social media, when you are reaching more people, it is flexible. You can work from anywhere. You can sell from anywhere. You can earn from anywhere. It also has the borderless advantage. The borderless advantage of social media that you are in Cameroon and we are serving a business owner in Dubai. You are in Nigeria. You are getting paid from America. You are serving people. You are selling things. You are exporting your ideas. You are exporting your thoughts. You are exporting your goods. You are exporting your services to abroad. So it has the borderless advantage. Somebody type borderless advantage for me in the chat box. Yes, type it. Borderless advantage. The borderless advantage. And then another sweet advantages of social media, it has the daily bank alert. I call it the DBA. The daily bank alert advantage, or the automation advantage, that you can today decide to create courses, digital products, create ebooks, create small courses, and run ads on them and sell them to people who need them, and you get income, various streams of income coming in. So I call it the daily account bank alert. It works for me that every blessed day I receive an alert because I am leveraging social media. So ladies and gentlemen, please take advantage of social media. Take advantage of social media. My next slide will be the greatest mistake most people are making online. Most people are making this very mistake. People think that you must do something illegal before you make it big online. And I want to share with you today that it is not true. There's a story I shared earlier on that a sister of mine in the church, I went to greet her and I was asking for another brother that we were friends together. And she said, do I know that this man has made it so big? I was surprised and I asked her, I said, yes, that's good, congratulations. He said, no, I should not congratulate with him. How can somebody under 5 months bought a very big vehicle? Maybe it's Yahoo is doing. Do you understand? And I said, why do you think so? He said, what kind of quick money is that? Later got to find out that this guy is a community manager for all this cryptocurrency company. Can you see? And so you can see, so for someone who earns in cryptocurrency and the currency did well, what happens? So it is not every hustle that is pressing, that you say is pressing and pressing. You know what is pressing? It's not everyone who makes it big that is doing something illegal. You can make cool and legal money and you can make it well. Like I used to say, I say, okay, if you're a freelancer serving people abroad and they pay per hour, let's assume somebody is paying you as a virtual assistant, or yes, as a tech support, yes, as a tech support individual, somebody is paying you $50. Let's work, and this is one of the, let's just be safe. Somebody is paying $50 per hour to do some tech support services for them, and the person is retaining you for like 3 months. And let's assume in 24 hours of the day, you agree to work for 15 hours. So let's times $50 times 15 hours. That should be $750. So just assume you are collecting $750 per hour, $750 per day. Sorry. And dollar, you know how much is dollar right now? Let's assume dollar is 1.5 times 1.5 times 750 for a day, and see what you will be collecting per day when you want to bring it down to the local currency. So if somebody like that buys a car after 3 months, will you tell me that it's Yahoo? So please disabuse yourself from the mind that people who will earn massively online are people who are into illegal means. You can make money legitimately and you can earn massively from online. So just be open-minded, just open up your heart and see where you can. So I want to show you the reality of this thing. How can you then leverage social media to create wealth? How can you then? We've spoke too much. Basically, we have 4 ways you can earn from social media, and I'm not going to spend too much time on it. I'm going to spend time on just the 4th one. You can launch a business today and grow it. Just like how we launched LandStep businesses and grew it, you can grow your existing business or services by reaching more people. Let's assume you are already doing a business offline. You've already been doing some things online and you want to reach more people. You want new markets. You want to make more sales. You can now bring it online and then grow it. You can learn some skills and digital marketing skills on how to promote your business online. These are the ways. You can promote a course idea through content creation, a course or an idea through content creation. Look at what Aproko Doctor is doing. Around his niche, around his profession, he has carved a niche for himself. He carved a niche for himself, and right now teaching and he's creating wealth. Facebook is paying him, advertisers are paying him. Do you understand? So you can do that. That is what is reigning right now. And fourthly, which I want to dwell on, because we are talking about media and tech, is how you can get equipped with in-demand digital skills and serve people. Apologies for my typography. Get equipped with in-demand digital skills. Get equipped with digital skills and serve people. So how can you do that? Why did I say you should get equipped with digital skills? Companies, business owners, coaches all around the world are beginning to take advantage of social media to grow their brands. As a result, new roles are springing up. Please, somebody type in the chat box that new roles are springing up. Roles now, things have changed. Gone are those days that we say medical doctor. I want to be a banker. It's only bankers that make money, lawyers that makes money. There are new roles now in tech that are springing up as a result of digital, as a result of social media. And Daily Brand's executives are looking for people to carry out this simple social media tasks so that they can focus on other things. They want somebody to be in charge of their page. They want to take care of some of their activities online so that they can do the CEO jobs. These roles require simple digital skills that you can learn and serve people as freelancers across the internet with no location barrier. You can sit at your home with your pajamas and serve somebody in America with the required skills you have. You can fit into some of the roles, and I'm going to show you the roles shortly. Identify, what do you now do? Identify one of these in-demand roles. Learn the skill set to be able to thrive in that role. Learn the business aspect of it. That's why in our Smart Academy, my social academy, I will teach you the skills and we will also teach you the business of the skills. That's what we do. Because skills alone cannot grow wealth. You must understand the business of the skills. So position yourself to attract high-paying staff, clients around the world, and you are free to now earn massively. This is just the breakdown. This is the breakdown. So let's talking about the new role. But before we talk about that, because I don't want to sound as if I am just talking from my head, I went to Google and search the World Economic Forum. Please, you can do that on your phone too. You can go to Google and search out the World Economic Forum. And this is projecting the demand for digital skills that company needs with year in, year out. Now, look at my screen. Look at my screen very well and see what happens here. In year 2020, the demand for digital roles was 41%. Please, you can check this, cross-check this with your Google search. Was 41 million. There were 41 million job opportunities in the world for digital skills or digital roles, right? In 2021, it jumped to 51 million. In 2022, it jumped to 66 million. It jumped to 90 million. 127 million, 190 million. Can you see this? Can you see how it jumped to this? And what happens? And as it jumped to that, in 2025, we are expecting that in openings of 190 million job roles. And I hear people crying that there is no job. And I hear people crying that 2025 will be difficult. God forbid, it's not for me, it's not for you. There is an opportunity on the internet that can fetch you good money. Now it is for you to decide, how do I position myself in the market share?
How do I position myself to be able to fit into some of these roles so that I can be able to earn massively and grow wealth from it? That is what you should be asking yourself. So what are these roles we are talking about? We have different roles springing up. We have different roles springing up. Virtual assistants. Today, people are looking for who to just assist them on online activities, how to send emails, how to write copies, how to attend to customers, these are all how to use some basic tools on social media. Virtual assistant, that is virtual assistants. Media buyers, how to run ads for people. Tech support assistants, copywriters, content creation experts, graphic designers, video editors, community managers, data entry experts, digital marketers, social media managers, affiliate marketers, expert e-commerce. These are roles that are springing up and they are in high demand. These are not non-coding roles. So most people are saying, I cannot code, I don't want to share, I don't want to join tech, I don't want to join media. You don't need to code before you become a media guru. In fact, AI has simplified those things. So all you need are the basic skills. All you need are the basic skills. The skill set, all these skill sets put together, and you need them to help people and earn massively from it. So these skills are in demand. So you begin to look for some of these skill sets. Some of us are already trained professionally in some of these careers. For example, if you're an accountant, you can begin to learn, okay, can I add data entry services to my packages? I think you learn data entry services. You are a mass communicator. You study journalism. You can go and learn media buying. You can go and learn tech support, or you can go and learn copywriting. These are all relevant skills. And also, you don't even need to learn any of or maybe have a qualification. Even if you are not a graduate, even if you are a school SAT, you can learn any of these skills as long as you are not. You can use computer, you can read and write, you can learn, you can upskill and learn some of these skills. Please go and do your research on this. There are roles that are springing up. Take advantage of one of these roles. Learn the skills. So because we teach social media, I just wanted to show you an example. So I searched on Upwork. Upwork is a freelancing site that you meet corporate organization, you meet individuals that need certain digital skills, and they onboard you, they hire you, and they get paid. So on Upwork, I started to search, because I'm sorry, this is an example. This is just one skill. I started to search on Upwork that for social media strategies or social media manager, and look what I found. This is my screen on Upwork. This is my page on Upwork, and I typed social media manager there. Can you see the jobs that I found? 11,800 jobs were waiting for me, looking at me for social media. After we will say there is no job. After we say there's no job. So you can see, you can go and type something else, some of the roles, and see what it gives you. I'm just using this as an example to show you there are new roles, ladies and gentlemen. So you begin to ask yourself, how can I take myself in the market share? How can I position myself, especially in the new year, to acquire such skills? Because, ladies and gentlemen, there's a large market for digital skills. Please take your share. Please take your share. Take your share. You can follow me on social media as Nancy Okorodo, especially on Facebook. I write more about that. But I want you to take your share. I'm going to stop sharing my screen right away. But I hope you have gotten value. Please drop it in the chat box. I have gotten value. I am going to explode. I am going to do exploits. I am going to take my share in the digital space. Write one of these things I am saying right now. Let me know you are following me as I stop sharing my screen and go back to my full page. So I hope you have learned a lot today.
I hope you have been energized. I hope you've been imparted for impact. And I hope to see where you will go after this conference. I can't wait to see you shine. I can't wait to see you do exploit. And like I say, there is a wide market and you should take your share in media and thing. Thank you for having me once again. My name is Nancy Okorodudu, and I look forward to see you blossom. Thank you. Thank you, presenter. Please, you can go ahead.